Okay.
Now your boy doesn't quite fancy himself a cook, but take a listen. Bonk.
Yo, I Dilden, thank you for the sub. So, we are starting here. As you can see, I have speedrun mode on. What does it do? Well, we're gonna see that as soon as we go to a scroll, because that's gonna be very helpful for the entire run, basically. The pickups are instant. You don't have any animation anymore. With speedrun mode, that is. So that's part of the big time save. That was also really good PQ in general. Like 37 seconds on perma timer is really good. Hey Yatagarasu, hope you're doing well. Another change that I'm doing for the first few BCs is to not pick YOLO, because more mutations are useful right now on this patch. The patch is 3.4. So it's the current stable patch. Not the beta, because betas aren't allowed. Of course I'm getting spike percent immediately. But yeah, here I am just getting a few kills to get the speed boost. And obviously picking up Vine Rune. Even though you could technically skip it, but for it to be worth it, I would have to skip it on every single run through Promenade. So it's not really worth doing. Exactly, Steph. You know it. But yeah, 0BC is quite uneventful. You just have the standard route, because there is no routing change in the run that I did just now. It was just yesterday that I tested the new patch, basically. And you will see, because it gets quite ridiculous once we get to the legendary weapons, especially. Because the new affixes and stuff really help this run. And the fact that legendaries also are automatically S rank, even on 0BC. So they already have a huge damage boost by themselves. We're unlocking the assault shield, of course. And I almost missed that elevator. Getting an instant hint is not great in 0 to 5, I feel like. Because we do need quite a lot of scrolls. Because we do fight Hand of the King, unlike in Fresh File. So more scrolls is always nice to have. Like, at least 5, I would say, is a good amount. Unfortunately, there is no legendary Leg Hugger. But yeah, as you can see, instant exit. And I have to go pick up more scrolls, because for me, this is not enough. I would rather have like 5 or 6. Picking up off colors is worth as well, as you can see, because the animation is instant. This was 5, so I'm getting the teleporter, and I see a scroll, go down for it, and then I'm gonna go for the teleporter. Because 5 would have been enough, but the 6th one was right there, so why not, right? Picking up support. My menuing isn't really good, because this was still derusting and I didn't really know what I'm supposed to pick up or not. So I do take a while in some menus here and there. Now, Concierge is pretty standard. We don't have to actually, but we do go for a Flawless. I don't know if I get it here. I probably do, because it's Concierge. But yeah, we do want the legendaries on this patch, because they are really, really viable. At least most of them are. But yeah, this is an easy Flawless, of course. We'll have to see what kind of items we get. I do pick up the Flint blueprint, because Flint is one of the best weapons on this patch for some reason. Especially when it's a legendary. Well, the first legendary is the one that's not viable, which is an ice grenade. But still. Do pick up an amulet. Oh yeah, also I'm not healing here because it would be time loss, and it's also 0 BC. Nothing really is dangerous, at least most of the time. Instant key pickup, that's very nice. Oh yeah, here's another change. You immediately get teleported outside of the room on this patch as well. So Stilt Village has 3 scrolls, and I got 2 of them, which is pretty good for 0 BC. And I'm leaving the clock tower at 7 minutes 20, which is, I think around 10 seconds or 20 seconds faster than on the previous record, something like that. And I feel like that's because of the scroll pickups. Oh yeah, here was another thing with entering Clock Tower. When you spam the jump button, you enter Clock Tower faster. That's how I got to jump to the ladder a bit earlier, and I got caught off guard by it. So I didn't quite reach it. But it does save a tiny bit of time, like a fraction of a second probably. But it is worth doing, especially in fresh file, it would be. Because it does go into permanent timer. Clock Tower is very standard. Having 12 scrolls here this early is already, or I should say 13, is really, really good. If only I had a good tower here. But unfortunately I have to get to the next one to get the key. At least it's giving me a lot of scrolls. You pick up the Sinew Slicer, because it is a decent trap. And there's the key. Yeah, this would have been a much faster clock tower if I just went for the right tower, but you can't know that beforehand. because it's not seated. Now we're going to Timekeeper at 10 minutes, which is a decent benchmark, I would say. Like, at this point, the run is not as crazy as it actually turned out to be. This is pretty much a standard fresh file run. This is basically another free flawless. Because ranged builds are really good against Timekeeper, especially when you have a lockdown thing like the Wolf Trap. Yo, Quasi, welcome in. So I do get another legendary here, and it is a Wolf Trap, so pretty good again. We have to remember that these are S rank, so they're infinitely better than the unupgraded Wolf Trap that I had before. I hope the sound is still fine, by the way. Starting off with the Troll Shop. The classic. It always has to be a Troll Shop. And I get the 2 wrong paths immediately, which is, yeah. At least they're knocked out of the way now, at least, so it's better to have them out early, rather than going into them later. But yeah, having only Firebrands here is a little, bad for Hand of the King, especially. And I actually don't remember how my 0BC went here. Like, I don't know if I get a weapon here or not, or if I just do Firebrand's Hand of the King. But I somehow doubt that. I cannot slash jump up there. Yo, Panther. Okay, yeah, I'm not getting a weapon here. So we are definitely fighting Hand of the King with Firebrands, huh? That's surprising. Well, it's surprising me that I still had a good time with that. But yeah, here we do spend our cells before the reset. No need to heal, obviously. This run was completely hitless, except the spike in Promenade, I think. I think that's the only hit I took this run. I streamed this attempt on Discord yesterday, but it wasn't in my server. I just felt like doing runs, but I didn't really, I didn't want to stream because of my connection, because I do have some issues here. But yeah, Firebrand's Vengeance strats is quite good, actually. So this isn't a bad run by any means. Yes, this is 3.4. This is the current patch. Yo, nice, congratulations. I'm doing the same right now. Hey Grass, thank you for the luck, but this is not a run. I am just presenting the one that I did yesterday. But yeah, we picked up 1 BC. It is time to return. I do not kill the king yet. There is a point to that, which we will see soon. I do not get the assault shield here, which is unfortunate. It's a bit of a time loss not getting it. But that's the reason why we do pick up the random starter shield, is to get assault shield early. Which was a bit of a waste in that case. But you can't know that beforehand either. There's a scroll that I saw, and we're gonna continue down that path. Now, the moment we kill the king is this run, 1 BC instead. Because that way we get to keep ourselves for 2 BC, which is going to be a bit more important than keeping them now. And here's where I do pick up the broadsword blueprint. Yes, that's because of the speedrun mode in this game. If you select it, the scroll pickups are instant. Yeah, that does help quite a bit. I haven't timed it, so I don't know how much it exactly saves, but it's probably around 2 to 3 minutes in total. Because if you think about it, each scroll pickup is like 4 seconds or something in real time, or 5 maybe. Maybe even more, I don't actually know that. And if you add that up to, I don't know, how many scrolls we pick up over the whole run, 60, 70? It's a lot. I do see the star, so I'm returning to it. And there's an assault shield. It's a bit late, but it's better than not having one at all. So the movement can start now. The goal of this run is to just do another 0 BC run, basically, even though it's 1. But it's gonna be the same route. I do return to pick up scrolls from the underground sections. No, it does not, Kandra. Welcome in, by the way. It does not help me not hit spikes. The first run, so 0 BC, the only hit I ever took in the entire run was, well, to Hand of the King for once, and to a spike in Promenade. Everything before and after that was hitless. It depends on the position of the elevator. But yes, usually it would be better, yeah. I do have a really nice balance blade here, because it has 50% at max HP, and I do want to no-hit, as well as I can at least, so it's really, really good. Hey Phil, welcome in. And Mr. Oreo again, not Mr. Ubueo, unfortunately. But yeah, Ramparts is being Ramparts, as always. We all know how that biome is. I'm doing good. What do you mean scammed? What happened? Did I not see something again? Oh no. Okay, hold on. I can actually check that. Oh shit. No, don't be mad. What the fuck? I figured it would be something like that. Because... yeah. Yeah. The match is justified, it's fine. Hold on. I need to get into the, I need to get into the right zone right now. Oh my god, welcome cutie! Ah, I love you! Hi, Kanra! There you go. That's what you wanted. I figured. No! Don't you dare. I will DMCA strike you. But yeah, 50% balance blade. Kinda strong, especially with combo. That was like a really quick no-hit. That's true. That's a good point. So what's this legendary going to be? Another grenade! Thank you, Phil. I already know how this run is going to end, by the way. So I can't even... Yeah, I'm not gonna run this today. Yes, right now it is. This is 3.4. Because of a lot of changes that involve melee weapons and mutations for it, this patch is way better than 2.3 was. You will see why eventually. I think at probably 3BC it starts getting crazy. It's true. I already got an Ice Grenade legendary here in this run. I don't think so. At least the optimal ones are still 2.4 for fresh file and any percent because of the unlinked hyper. And then the ones that don't use that are probably better on this patch. I just haven't bothered running on this yet for most of the categories. Oh yeah, all runes changed, exactly, because we don't do the kanji skip anymore. Because of a reroute that happened, I don't know how long ago. It was like half a year or something at this point. It's been a while. But it does still need the unlinked hyper, so it's 2.4 now instead of 1.7 it was. Pretty standard movement through Clock Tower with a lot of ledge cancels.
Now your boy doesn't quite fancy himself a cook, but take a listen. Bonk.
Yo, 7 years, holy shit. Thank you so much, I appreciate it. At the moment it's only me, unfortunately, but Nano said he's gonna return to it after his Fresh File adventures. And I do wish that some of the old runners would return to it, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Because I think the leaderboards, there are 10 people on the leaderboards right now for 0 to 5, but most of them are not active runners. Yeah, Nano needs 50,000 resets, that's true. There is unfortunately nothing much to say about this run, because the Balance Blade is carrying me, the Combo Mutation is carrying me, and the Wolf Trap, I guess, as well, if you want to count that. I do take a hit there, that was unfortunate, but I don't really care about hitless rewards right now, so it doesn't really matter. That's true. Thank you for the lurk, I appreciate it. I am healing here. I don't have a lurk. Why would I have a lurk command? If you want to lurk, go ahead. It's not like, I don't know. I don't really understand it, when people have one. Because it's like, if you're there, you're talking, and if you're not talking, then what am I supposed to say, right? True, good point. They are very cute, especially the lurkers in Gothic. We do have another troll shop here, which is a classic, really. Here I'm checking what I'm getting, because I feel like it's a bit better to do that, unlike in Fresh File. Because in Fresh File you gamble anyways, if you want to have like an 8-minute run. So here I'm getting a Legendary Lightning Bolt, but I choose against it. Yo, Tater! Welcome in, nice to see you. Aw, you should lay down, Conra. This run is absolutely speeding. Wait, are you in bed now? Are you using the Twitch mobile app? No way. Ugh. That's such a disgusting app. It's so bad. Another King is going smoothly as well. Well, damn, imagine! Also, nice spike percent. Obviously meant to do that to trigger Vengeance. I actually didn't, but still. So yeah, here's where we kill the king, because we want to have enough cells for the recycling tubes. Because if we do kill the king and then reset, we get to keep the cells, as if we entered the fountain, but we don't have to actually do it. Whereas if we just reset after obtaining the boss cell, it does not carry over the cells. Which is a bit weird, but I kind of understand it. Shoutouts to Siegfried for finding this one. It's like a minor time save, probably like 5 to 10 seconds, depending on how long the animation is. But yeah, this is still a standard 1BC, saved about 30 seconds, which is not the greatest run ever, but it does work. 2BC is gonna be a bit different. I still don't get an assault shield at the beginning, so starter shield was completely useless to pick up. That's a cute emote. I like the penguin. What is it from? Like, what is it? Is it like a Twitch thing? Hold on. Oh, it's a bit reward, I see. Oh, that's really cute, yeah. That could happen, yeah. If I improve my 0 to 2 BC, I can definitely do that. Because now that I see that it's possible, I want to grind for a sub 150. Because that would be an insane milestone again. The B is also nice, yeah. For this run, yes. Because Brutality has the best mutations for 0 to 5 BC. Or from a fresh file in general. Because it has Combo and Vengeance, which is already one of the best mutations that you can have in the entire game. Even with 100% unlocks. I'm getting spiked in my face. A lot.
Now your boy doesn't quite fancy himself a cook, but take a listen. Bonk.
Thank you for the sub, Henke. Welcome in. I saw the notification that you did a few days ago, or was it even like 2 weeks ago or something? I didn't think you could do it again. But I appreciate it. How did your stream go? Hope it went well. I didn't catch the end of it. Nice, that's good to hear. And I'm touching spikes again because mantling betrayed me. And also, as you can see, I'm still not used to the instant scroll pickup, so sometimes I just scroll past the step that I want and have to scroll all the way back. Which isn't the greatest thing to do. It also loses a bit of time. I see the assault shield in the shop taunting me, but I don't have the money to afford it.
Alright, we'll look at Vord, okay? This is the fastest run. We'll get Vord.
Thank you for the follow, Seton. I understand that, Conrad. Makes sense. Hey Angelic, welcome in. So, rusty sword, huh? We don't have a weapon. The time is 1:51, so I saved over 8 minutes to the previous run. Which is insane, but I have the patch to blame for that. Yeah. Because sub 2 hours was insane on the previous patch, but right now this is like the new, I don't know how to explain it. It's like, on this patch, everything is stronger for some reason.
All right, well, look at Vort, okay? This is the fastest run. We'll get Vort.
Thank you for the follow, Stalker. Yeah, right now it's on 3.4, so it's a bit further ahead. It's the current patch right now. Combo got changed to be hit-based. As you can see here, every time I hit something, my damage increases. And the speedrun mode in the game also just makes scroll pickups instant. So that's another huge time save for RTA. Yes, I did say 151. It's quite the big step from the 159. Because I grinded like 2 years to get the sub 2 hour, and then I just derust for 3 days and get this on the new patch. There will be a thing on 3BC that we have to talk about regarding rules. Because I don't like it myself, but we're gonna have to talk about when it happened. When it will happen on 3BC. Here's where I unlock Flint, by the way. Before Concierge. Because the item level is higher. And I don't need to kill stuff in Ramparts, so I figured this would be better. Yeah. Oh god, on this patch with perfect RNG, I could see a 145, honestly. Maybe 148, if we're being, like, more realistic. But 145 is probably the current, sub 2. Also, next tech, Flint tech. Flint spam tech. It's a bit not... It's not very controllable. As you can see, I got hit there, but it is very funny. No, they did not buff Flint, it's just the new tech that you can spam it with. Now, Legendary Flint, however, was buffed. We will see it later, because I got a drop, but not right now, unfortunately. But yeah, Legendary Flint is probably the most insane thing that this game has right now, with this tech as well. Here's where I missed the key door. Also, here's Flint movement tech. You saw it barely. Right here. The ledge cancels with Flint are a bit better. Because you can jump up while charging the attack. So the timing is a bit more lenient with that than with other weapons, where you actually have to cancel the attack with a jump as well. However, I must say it's also a bit harder to control. Because it's probably because I'm not used to it yet, but we will get there. But yeah, 0 to 2 BC are kind of uneventful. Except the spam to enter it. I think I will do it here again. Yeah, see? I get an instant entry instead of having to walk in, which is quite helpful too. It does, yeah. It's not new. It's just something that I have discovered, for myself at least. Oh, you do? Okay, yeah, I just didn't know that. I just never used that, I guess. Don't worry, we're gonna leave body soon. The prompt will disappear. There's nothing to worry about. Another second tower key, I believe? I don't remember it. But the tower is quite big. Oh well. There it is, yeah. And now I'm also leaving body. Because that's like the one time that it's actually a time save to use it. And there's a Cage Elite. Which is good because I think I need an amulet anyways, but this one wasn't worth it. But yeah, climbing with Flint is a little... it's goofy, but it's quite fast too. If I don't mess up the predictions. And now for Timekeeper, I'm just gonna do Vengeance strats, because it's the fastest way to kill her. Unfortunately, she runs away a lot, but yeah, the spam prevails. Flint is so brain dead if you use it like that. The only problem that this has is that we cannot get hitless doors if we use Vengeance strats. But this is fine, because if you have a weapon that's good enough to use Vengeance strats for... I almost entered Distillery, by the way. If you have a weapon that is already useful with Vengeance, I don't think you want... you don't need a Legendary. But yeah, third troll shop in a row. I have good RNG with Castle, I swear. And I get both the rune locks first, as always again. Here's a legendary waiting for me, which is a tombstone. which is great. I like the Tombstone. It's better than the Flint. Not as a base weapon, but definitely as a legendary. So I do take it. These guys are quite annoying. Even when you do have a shield to parry them with. And I can't ledge cancel anymore because that's just how Tombstone works, unfortunately. Yeah, it's weird. I don't really get it either. I mean, it kind of makes sense because he pulls you towards him, but it's just... I don't know. With all the quality of life design that Dead Cells has, I think this could have been done better. Hand of the King with Tombstone, a bit better than with Flint. But obviously, the damage is still... there's a lot to be desired. Did you see that he threw more bombs than usual? Here's where I take intentional damage for vengeance, because I know he's almost dead, so I can just go to town without worrying about dying. Here's the third cell. And we restart again. So now we have tubes, which means I can focus on getting an assault shield. Finally. And this run is going to be a bit different because it goes into Toxic Sewers and Slumbering Sanctuary for the Spider Rune. Now, when we reach Kanji, there's going to be some discussion I have to have with people who are here, I guess. Because something happened by accident, I did not want to do it, and I was avoiding it for the rest of the run. But, we will get there. You allow it, thank you. But yeah, I'm getting scrolls and then dip to Toxic Sewers. Because we need both the Teleport Rune and the Spider Rune in this run. Really good Balance Blade and Time Door, very helpful. And now I'm starting to pick up YOLO. Ideally, I wouldn't, but I'm not confident enough to do it yet. Because this was still shaking my rust off a bit, I guess. Like, I wasn't confident in my ability to clear yet. Because the furthest I've gotten on this patch is 2BC. On previous attempts. That is true, yeah. I want to collect some more, like, opinions on it, I guess, because sometimes the viewers are, like, quick to jump to conclusions, like, oh my god, this was cheating! Stuff like that, right? Even though it was either unintentional or just a regular game mechanic.
Now your boy doesn't quite fancy himself a cook, but take a listen. Bonk.
Yo, Parallax. Thank you so much. That's also an entire year, goddamn. Here's the first rune of the run. I missed the parry, but I don't get hit anyway, so it's fine. I don't think chest pickups are faster. At least it doesn't seem like it to me, but maybe. Because I haven't really, I haven't timed it or worried about it, really. Another balance blade, but I'm not taking it. I'm taking the amulet, because this one is already very, very good. With the poison cloud on it. I'm not going to the bank.
Now your boy doesn't quite fancy himself a cook, but take a listen. Bonk.
Yes, I am very regular in my streams. Thank you very much, Lemon. So true. We are going underground to check the BC doors, because now we need the Kanji exit. There it already was, but I don't get a teleporter nearby, so I have to walk back. No, this is not the beta. This is the current 3.4, so it's the stable patch right now. This is where I was a bit angry about the buzz cutters, because they are not fun to deal with on a run like this. Especially when you can die a lot easier than on 0 and 1 BC. Like 3 BC can do a lot of damage to you. Mentally, that is. Good point, yeah. I guess they're not. So I have 11 scrolls, which is enough. I'm going down here to get the teleporter. And I do see another scroll, so I pick it up, but 11 would have been enough to leave for me. Where am I? Oh, I think, yeah, right. I saw a star here. Right. I forget my own runs. But yeah, here's where the incident happens. Unfortunately, we will have to see. Yeah, unfortunately. I did it accidentally. No, it's not noise. It's not noise at all. I don't want it to be considered legit. Because otherwise this would... if the stomp itself is legitimate, I would have to redo all the fights to save a lot more time. There it is, see? There was the stomp. I did it once out of autopilot. I don't actually want this to be a thing, and I tried to actively avoid it afterwards. So this does not happen on any boss later. On this patch, when you don't have Ram Rune, which we skip in this category, when you don't have Ram Rune, the stomps, for some reason, deal a lot of damage. It's as if the boss is falling somewhere. So they take like a couple million damage or whatever. I don't actually know how much, but yeah. It basically gives you one hit of damage cap every time you do a stomp. Because I feel like the bosses shouldn't become reliant on that. Like, fighting the bosses should actually matter in a run like this, because for me it's more about skill expression rather than just going the fastest possible. Like, that's how I started this run, this category, and that's how I just want it to be. Like, this run has always just been more of a skill category rather than a glitch category, if that makes sense. Not that glitch runs aren't skillful, it's just that skill used in normal runs. Skills you could apply to runs that don't speedrun, if that makes sense. It's true, exactly. If 0 to 5 had a glitches allowed, it would be way different as well. So there's that. Here's where I pick up Spider Rune. It has it has an interesting parry, which was this. I don't understand why that didn't parry, but I guess we have to run with that now. Yeah, if it's an accidental thing, I could take like a time loss. You know, like a time loss penalty or whatever. Like maybe 30 seconds or something. I don't know. If it happens accidentally, you know. Because I know some communities that do that. They would just remove the time it took for you to do this much damage based on whatever you had at the time. It doesn't, but it was just an example. I don't actually know how much it would save in my case here. Probably like 10. But yeah, if we do, I don't want to reject a 2-hour run just for one mistake, right? Especially on a patch where this glitch just happens with a regular input, which is a down slam. Clearing a curse in Clock Tower is a bit scary. I was nervous. I was nervous especially because of spikes though, not because of enemies. But thankfully we went through that. Another issue that happens in 0 to 5 is forgetting that you have Spider Rune. So I just do regular fresh file climbs here with ledge cancels and everything instead of just climbing the wall. True. That actually happened a few times in the run, so it's not like it's completely just kanji, right? Because down slams are just part of normal movement, and if they just happen to catch a bird, I don't think it matters. Yeah, during bosses is probably a good idea. We will have to see. I will have to bring it up to the other moderators as well. Because I don't want it to be the standard for the category to now only use this patch and always slam down on bosses wherever possible. Like, I don't want to make this normal tech. But at the same time, I also don't want to reject runs that did it like once by accident, because down slamming is just such an important part in speedrunning in general. Yeah, exactly. Especially when you don't want to go for it, right? If it's intentional, I could see that. And yes, we already used the down slam for the Dracula fresh file run. So the glitch, or rather the bug, or whatever you want to call it, is already used in a category that has no restrictions, or at least less restrictions. It is already fixed. It is fixed in the current beta, but the current beta is not allowed to be ran on because it's not a stable patch. That's just how it works right now. So yeah, but everything else is pretty much the same. Like, there hasn't been any item nerf or mutation nerf. So whenever 3.5 hits live, I would be running this category on that, because then I also don't get any accidental down slams. Yes, pretty much. It's not intended, and it does not need any scrolls or anything really to be effective. Like, you can just do that on any boss that's flying, and it can just happen if you incorporate down slams into your regular combat. That's just what it is. It absolutely would one-shot bosses without damage cap. Because it's in the millions, you don't really... None of your weapons even go into millions until Collector. Like, the only time you would hit Collector with millions is after the Panacea, so that's the level of damage you're getting. Oh god. What's it called? Windblown, huh? I don't know what to think of it because I've only seen the trailer. Like, I don't even know what the gameplay is gonna be. But it does remind me a bit of Hades from what I've seen. So, I don't know, it might be good. That was a smooth castle, by the way. 1 out of 4 castles that did not have a troll shop. So that was really good for reading. Now, as you can see, 3BC is a lot faster than on 2.3. Yes, the gameplay of Windblown. It was so... I could totally see what they were going for there. Yes. I mean, I'll play it, you know, I'll definitely try it and play it, see if it's good. But I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see. And yeah, you should sleep, Kanra. This is almost done anyways. Only less than 50 minutes to go. That was 3 BC? Right, yeah. I've been okay. At least, mostly. I just couldn't really stream because of internet issues. I still have internet issues, but it's not like, they're... How do I say that? They're, like, sometimes active and sometimes not. It's weird. But yeah, right now I had a few issues at the beginning of the stream in terms of connection, but right now it seems stable. 4BC means we have to go to Giant, which is actually easier now because of the graveyard changes. Like, you can always get all the scrolls and the fragments in Graveyard now before Cavern. Like, that's just how it works. Because now, a majority of Graveyard is separated by the teleport rune, so it's a bit easier to collect all the scrolls and stuff. Because they never appear past that. Which, I mean, I think it makes it about a minute faster on average. Because if you only have the rune path left, you can just immediately leave. Whereas before you had to explore pretty much everything. Yeah, the soft log is still there. That's why I pick up teleport rune here. Because you need it for 4BC. Well, not here, I pick it up on 3, but you get the idea. And I do pick it up on 3 because of the exit to Sepulchre in Sanctuary. Because if that's the first exit I'm getting, I have to leave the Sepulchre to not waste any time to find Clock Tower. That's a very unfortunate elevator right there. Both movement-wise and also what's inside there. It was just not worth. The spike percent is inevitable, as always. Here's where I start playing like an idiot, because I see the pace, and 4BC is also, in my opinion, the hardest part, because you have to go through Cavern fast, and you're gonna be chased by a lot of random monsters that are really hard to deal with. like demons and birds. Now, I do still need 1 scroll, if I counted that right. Let's see, what do I have? I have 523. Actually, no. Yeah, there's 1 scroll. Oldest patch cavern, huh? Yep. That would be something. I don't know why I don't have melon food on. But the chicken will do as well. Because I usually play with melons. I knew it. There is the best balance blade we will see in this entire run. Toxic Cloud on hit and 80% to poison targets. A self-synergizing S-ranked balance blade. You can't get any better than that. Damn, no way. But yeah, same procedure now. We have to find kanji. This time, hopefully, no down slam shenanigans. I don't think I do them ever again, like after this, after the one incident. There's legendary firebrands and I ignore them because the balance blade is just so good. And also the blade is so strong that it just kills everything, even without you needing to do anything. So it's speedrun viable in that sense, similar to an E-whip that instantly kills all the targets for you. There's the kanji door, and there's a teleporter. I do check the shop for a wolf trap, because it's very helpful against kanji. And now all that's left is getting enough scrolls and potentially an amulet. Because I still don't have any on-color stat on the amulet that I have right now. But yeah, this was the end of the map. I don't know if I go down there. I see another chicken, which is quite lucky. I don't know what I did to deserve that, but fine. There's a red scroll. How dare you? That's so rude. Why do you call me a chicken? What is this? But yeah, now's the time for a fight. Will I do another down slam or not? Will I get another 30-second penalty? So here's another thing. If you get kanji stuck in the wolf trap...
We'll get bored, okay? This is the fastest run. We'll get bored.
Thank you for the follow, Ready Salted. If you root kanji during an attack, he's stuck in it and can't switch phases. until the root wears off. I am not allowed to, basically. Because the down slam would do damage cap, and I just refuse to do it because I don't want to. Because I think it defeats the purpose of the category a little bit. Hey Melon, welcome in. And Ben as well. So yeah, this was a good kill. Unfortunately not a two-phase. It could have been one if I lured the dash attack into the other direction. But it was still a hitless and without down slams, so I take that. Better traps, which is nice. And I think Graveyard is one of my favorite biomes to speedrun through in 0 to 5. Because you can just keep up the speed boost for such a long time because of all the rats and the random enemies that just die from one hit. And also because it's easy to read. That's another thing. The downslam damage bug is also in 3.3, which is where it was discovered for the first time. Maybe it existed in 3.2 as well, but just nobody did it. I don't know that. Frostbite is definitely viable in Graveyard, yeah. But yeah, as you can see, Rune lock, and then teleport lock as well, quite soon. But yeah, the scrolls here are very dense because of the rune locks everywhere, because they can't spawn after them. I'm having a lot of issues with spikes, so I just decide to heal here. And another one. Unfortunately, this was another ram lock, but what can you do? And another one! What am I doing? Graveyard is great. I love it. No, you can't. On 4BC, you have to kill Giant. Because he drops the 5th boss cell. Like, there's no way around that. So everything before Giant, before 4BC, has to be routed to get at the, to get to the Giant on 4BC. Everything else does not matter. So you have to get Spider and Homunculus. Those are the two things that are absolutely necessary for Giant. At least glitchless. What's up, Andrew? Hello. Yeah, Queen is just slower. It's not possible, or at least it's not viable to be competitive. And now, get ready for the possibly best Cavern I will ever do in my entire life. This Cavern was probably the best gameplay that I've had in 0 to 5. We eliminate one route because it's a shop end, and just continue through. Just leaving a few hits on enemies because of the poison cloud, in the hopes that it will finish them off. Like this. Even though I had to stop a little bit there, but it's fine. I don't know why I decided to kill this guy. There's a food drop that I pick up. It wasn't necessary, but it's fine to have, I guess. Especially since I have 2 potions and YOLO left. I think I knock out too many demons. I could have just ran a bit longer, but I would rather be safe here than die to a swarm of enemies, especially on a pace like this. So I just decided to deal with them like that. I see the star, but this is a very unfortunate thing. See 2 scrolls on the map, so I figured it would be fine. Just continue on. And now everything that's left is finding the exit. After this run, the difference is going to be... Let me think. 15 minutes. There's a 15-minute difference. I did not need to pick up that fragment. I was just doing it out of reflex or something. Okay, here's the exit. I'm seeing it from here already. And now I teleport back to the scroll that I missed and leave, because 22 was more than enough with this kind of balanced blade. This was a really well played Cavern, in my opinion. Despite the hits that I took, and maybe... Yeah, but the off-color doesn't matter. It's, I don't really need it. No, it does not. Jumping on elevators is the same speed as just staying on them. It doesn't matter. I've timed it like a year ago. Okay, giant. With combo. Also, today I learned the turret explosion counts as melee hits for combos. So let enemies destroy your turrets for a tiny bit of a damage boost. No. They did not. The item is as it has always been. At least since 2.1, I believe. I don't know when Balance Blade was buffed. I think it was 2.1 or 2.4, one of those two. But yeah, now we're on 5 BC. With being 8 minutes ahead. I'm starting with The E-Whip and the Assault Shield. The classic combo. Imagine using E-Whip in 3.4, right? I do take this hit, but it doesn't matter. Like, I don't really care about getting hit at this point because the run is going well. And plus, I will be doing way better after I shake off my nerves here. Because I was being very nervous at this point, if you couldn't tell by the gameplay. Now, I would have gone Arboretum if I had both of the scrolls, because Arboretum is better. It is straight up faster. But I figured I would just go the regular route, because I know it better, and I just want to secure the run. But for grinding purposes, I will go Arboretum on 4 and 5. I thought food dropped, so I just checked the map real quick, just in case, but nope. Here's where I get a quote-unquote weapon, Firebrands. I could have used an aspect, now that I think about it, on 5BC. Because the one that's available that's good is the fire aspect. But I just didn't want to think about it, because ideally you wouldn't use the Firebrands anyways. On 5BC they're okay, yeah, because you don't need to gain more boss cells. I don't know why I picked up this Balance Blade. I don't actually know if I keep it. Probably not. No, I don't keep it. But yeah, see? The nerves. The nerves are real. I'm messing up so much movement. I am cringing at that myself right now. There's both fragments, and now all that's left is one power scroll. Or a duel, I don't remember. I think it was a power scroll that was left here. But I don't see it, so I guess I will have to go downstairs here. But I don't remember. Was that a star? Did I see a star? I don't think I did, right? Oh, okay. Now I remember. But yeah, this was all the scrolls and fragments, so it's time to leave. I don't know what I'm doing here. But I'm surprised I didn't get damaged throughout all of this. This was a bit of a mistake. And this too. So yeah, 5BC has a lot of time save just from lack of nerves. But I don't think I will ever be not nervous. On a pace like this, I don't think so. Oh yeah, there it is. Double damage Firebrands. Actually useful. Because they did buff the initial Firebrands hit. so it is actually useful to get 2x on it. Standard procedure, collect some scrolls, and then leave for concierge. This is not the exciting part yet, obviously, because this is early 5 BC. Anything could happen from I don't have a weapon, I don't have any good mutations set up. But yeah, the pace is nice, which gets me. Yes, Collector is mandatory for this category. And not only that, it's also just faster. Like, even if other bosses would be allowed on 5 BC to finish it with, you would have to, well... you would have to find, like, multiple minutes of time save on those routes, which does not happen. I am, again, surprised why I didn't get damaged here. Because all of this would have been an early death on this run, which would have lost all the time save that I've had, even if I were to continue. Hey Joker, welcome in. Thank you for the bless. This run is already over, I'm just rewatching it. Yeah, Shipwreck and... yeah, both of them are too big, unfortunately. And also, Dracula as a final boss fight takes way longer. But yeah, these are all my scrolls, and now we're leaving. So true, Lemon. But yeah, I am going for the flawless here, because I do want, yes, leaving on 59. I had that in my head as well, when I ran it. I was like, holy shit, I had to have gotten something else. But nope. I just, autopiloted to the exit. But it's okay. We're just fighting Concierge. It's a bit slow compared to the previous runs because it's Firebrands and not a Balance Blade or something. But it does make for an easy flawless, I would say. Because you can do so much from a distance here. That's true. The 3% damage buff right there. So insane. 6%! Oh my god, how will I ever match that kind of damage? 9%! 12%! No way! That's like an entire scroll, almost. But yeah, the flawless is here. It's pretty safe, flawless. I do take the wolf trap, obviously, because, well, why wouldn't I? I realized what I've done. I didn't take the fragments. I was wondering in Sepulchre why I don't get a full scroll. And I didn't understand why. Well, there it is. I didn't take the fragments. But yeah, here's the Sim Lance. Legendary Sim Lance on this patch, 300% extra damage. It's possibly top 3 legendaries in the game right now. For sure. I would say top 3. Maybe not the best, but I don't know what I would give it to. And it breaks exactly. That's another thing. Gonna be very helpful for that. I do get damaged here every once in a while, but it doesn't really matter. Especially when I skill issue like this. What changed? The patch. The patch is way better to run on. And there's a 3 red amulet, so this is pretty much set. I almost spike percented there, which would have triggered my 1-hit protection. But yeah, now is the time to collect all the scrolls and leave for Sepulchre. And I don't know what I'm doing here. I think maybe it got to my head again. Because I lost a bit of nervousness at Concierge, but now it came back because I got a really good weapon. I think that's what made it like that. But yeah, here's where I'm starting to wonder why I only have 3 fragments. I don't quite understand it. But I just didn't know I didn't pick up the fragments. I thought I did. Wrong shop. I do want the food shop so I can buy the 50% food. Because that is the last one I'll have before Astrolab. So I figured I should play it a bit safer, considering I'm also 8 minutes ahead. But yeah, here's Sepulchre. I think it's a very dangerous biome. But yeah, okay, here I dropped the wolf trap because I figured it wouldn't be useful. Because it's giant. And Hand of the King. And I would rather have like a grenade for librarians, because I don't have any vertical damage. And here's where I skip the curse. Because I have a Symmetrical Lance, it's a free 4x. What am I supposed to do with 1 more scroll at the expense of losing the run? Especially when this happens. Of course, this wouldn't have happened if I didn't, if I took the curse, but still. It doesn't matter. The scroll does not matter. if I have a 4 times damage Symmetrical Lance. Good luck falling asleep, Conrad. You should still try and catch the final moments of the run, though. Because it's almost over. If you can, I don't know. I don't know how bad it is. This is what I don't like about this biome, is that the door doesn't always have teleporter. No, I love you, Conrad. No match, not allowed. Okay, I'm seeing both scrolls here. Never mind. There's the legendary Flint. And here's where I decide... I don't know when I decided, I think now, to just go double weapon. Because the Flint is good for dealing with any flying enemies, like librarians, or anything else that flies, like the bombers. So I figured this would be a good idea. And now with 22 scrolls, I can just leave. It would be 24. Yes, average legendaries, exactly. The 2 weakest legendaries in the game. I do not need Explorer's Instinct. So now we're just gonna fight the giant. I can't get the leg hugger. I don't know where, I know it's in Stilt, but the legendary isn't the double leg hugger yet. So it doesn't even matter. It only inflicts bleeding and that's it. But yeah, the damage is going. The 4x Sim Lance is kind of bonkers. I'm selling a few weapons here because I want to get something good. I want to visit the food shop in the Astrolab, at least for the food. The legendary is gonna be, in good old fashion, an ice grenade. That is the best legendary you could get in the entire run. Absolutely. Ice Grenade is OP, as you can see here. It's doing a lot of work. That would be kind of, yeah. I don't actually know if it can, because Hand of the King is not shielded here. He's just invincible. I also get the crunch, which is great. I wanted to set that up, but unfortunately it was not a no-hit. So now we're entering the final biome with a pretty good, I don't know how to call it. Like, I think I'm pretty safe here. I have YOLO, I have decent HP, I have 1 flask. What could go wrong in the Astrolab, you might ask? Well, see for yourself. I am trying too much. Because I'm seeing the pace, obviously. So I'm trying to do a bit much. I do have great weapons, so it's not like a really big deal or anything. But if I had something faster, it would not have been as much of a problem as this. 2 librarians, I'm getting shot at a different timing. So now my YOLO pop. But I don't heal. I don't flask for whatever reason, so the next hit would instantly kill me because there's no one-hit protection. There's where I drink, okay. It doesn't, but if I'm instant, no, not instant, if I'm directly at 25%, the game has rounding errors, so sometimes 25 isn't exactly 25, but like 24.8 or something. And then one-shot protection just doesn't exist. Using the Flint to clear out some enemies. Here's where I try to be completely safe, which is, yeah. Normally, yes. You, if you haven't been hit to 1 HP before, you have 1-hit protection on 25%. And if you have been hit to 1 HP, or, yeah, then it needs like, I think it was 2 minutes to recover, or 90 seconds, one of those two. And during that time, even if you are above 25%, you can still get 1 hit. Yes, I am very safe here. So now we go. We don't have YOLO, we don't have any kind of healing, no flask. So if I get hit here, it will last, right? If that makes sense. Any hit here counts. So What's the best way to do this? Just don't get hit, right? Lance is doing well. I don't have traps, so I don't benefit from support. Well, I don't have support, that's why, but yeah. Wolf Trap would have been nice. But yeah, here's the first sip, and because of Lance, I can just damage him through the shield. Here I already set up the right kill with Flint, which is a tiny optimization, I guess. Here's the second sip, and I already got him into sipping territory for the next attack. And because of Lance, I get the early drop of the flask. So this was a no-hit. And there's the run. 151. I saved almost 9 minutes to the previous record. There you go, that is the run. Here's where I took a while to celebrate a little bit. And there it is. The new world record is 1 hour, 51 minutes, and 10 seconds. That was indeed the run.